Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Oletitok is alleged to have cried so much, telling everybody how much they only disparaged her, and she felt so bad. I don't know why people would do reprehensible things to other people and they expect them not to react in the same measure. Because if this man is trying to keep his wife's picture passport for, of course, a reason that is best known to him, I am not saying that collecting Queen Naomi's passport is a good thing. I am not saying that seizing Queen Naomi's passport is a good thing, but what I am saying is that he is making effort to talk to Olori Naomi. I do agree with the fact that Naomi should not go back to that palace, not now, at all, at all. I don't know, who knows, maybe later if the circumstances changes. It's all her decision because Naomi is an adult. But for now, it's up to Kabiyesi to decide how he wants to try and solve his problems. It's not the business of Oletitok to come and decide to go and collect passport and send, okay? Because then, I don't understand this thing, but what is going on right now, as we are hearing, if the information is true, is that Oletitok cried so much as Ooni of Ife gave her indefinite suspension from his chamber and removed her from his direct contact. Now, what does it mean by Ooni of Ife removing her from his direct contact? Now, the women, from what we are hearing, are wives to the Ooni of Ife. But they said even while they are living there in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, that most times they are not able to talk to the Ooni of Ife directly. They have to pass through a third party to speak to the Ooni of Ife. Now, Ooni of Ife stays in his chambers. Their marriage is completely different from a normal marriage. It's not like the marriage where, you can go to your husband, do what you want to do, say what you want to say. Sorry about that sound. Something fell off in the kitchen. They are trying to put it back in case you're hearing that sound. So, like you go to your husband, do what you want to do or say what you want to say and all of that. Their marriage is different. Their marriage, they get to see their husbands when the man is willing to see them. And now an example of this was, of course, when Gospel had her birthday. You saw how Ooni of Ife came like a stranger. You saw how Gospel ran to the Ooni of Ife and knelt down, and Gospel was very happy to have seen the Ooni of Ife there. Okay, that is how their own marriage is done. So the man basically gets to make all the decisions because he is king, and so because he is king, nobody can question him, okay? So right now, they say with what he discovered that Oletitok did, he has given Oletitok an indefinite suspension from his chamber. And not only that, he removed Oletitok from his direct contact. So right now, even though Oletitok is in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, should she want to see her husband, talk to her husband, she'll have to go through a third party. That's the PA, okay? They have a PA that is in charge of the wife. So anything she needs, she has to go through that. And that is not a good place to be for a young girl who is married to a king. And they say she is so devastated over this. But my problem with these people is that the devastation is for what? Life is all about responsibility and accountability. When you do something that is reprehensible, you should be able to stand up to the consequences, because it's not up to her to decide whether Naomi gets her passport or not. If you know me, I love Naomi. I stand with Naomi anyhow, okay? I do know that God is at work because God is using even Naomi's enemies to work for her. But then again, you and I know that the reason why Oletitok would send her passport to Olori Naomi is because she doesn't want Naomi there. They have succeeded in spoiling everything, ruining everything. Is that not enough? And so now she's devastated. Everybody's saying she just had a baby, 6 months postpartum and all of that. If you like, let it be 3 days postpartum. That's not my business, because that it wasn't her issue. She shouldn't have done what she did. Number one, that is tantamount to disrespect. You don't respect your husband like that. And besides, the man is even king. Even if you were married to a normal man, you don't do those things. When your husband says something, I don't want this, you let it stay. You are a woman. You are supposed to listen to your husband. And then he brought the passport in. What is your business with the passport? Now, they said a passport, and the camera showed that she was the one who carried the passport. She said she just looked at the passport and she dropped it. She did. Is there a time that they catch these people that they will tell the truth? And that is the one thing that I don't understand about them. You do something, you think that you will never be seen. Every time you do everything, they catch you, they keep catching you, and you're still doing and doing and doing. So right now, should she want money for milk or anything or whatever, she's going to go through a third party. Maybe that will make it easy for them. And again, when you look at this situation that is happening in the palace, I think that this is the reason why a lot of people are saying that it's okay for Lori Naomi to go, because the lady is not even safe there. If her passport cannot be safe, somebody can enter a chamber like the Ooni of Ife's chamber to go and carry her passport. Then it means that there's nothing they cannot do. Now you see how curious this place is, and that is an issue. That is a problem of its own. And this is not funny in any way, okay? And so this is what we are hearing that is going on in the palace. Now, if this information is true, they said the Ooni of Ife is so upset. You know that these days, it's not been really okay with the Ooni of Ife. The Ooni of Ife has been already very upset over a whole lot of things. The fact that he's not getting his way with Queen Naomi. Queen Naomi is very adamant. She's not returning back. She's done and over with. And you know that the Ooni of Ife has always been in a position where he would try and convince Olori Naomi. Olori Naomi will come back and people will stand by him and people will clap down on Olori Naomi and all of that. But right now, 97% of those who used to stand by him and put pressure on Olori Naomi, they are saying Naomi has got to go. Now, why is that? The Ife people know that Tadenikawo is their prince. The Ife people love Tadenikawo because of Queen Naomi. Yes, so I do know that there are a lot of people who don't like Queen Naomi. Yes, it's like that in every situation. But I tell you that there are so many people. Naomi has lovers all over the world. People love her so much. And right now that everybody, we are seeing that this is likely to affect Tadenikawo. Should Naomi not be careful? Everybody is saying don't go back there, don't go back there. And you know, the voice of the people is very important in everybody's head. And when people stand and they are saying, don't go back there, don't go back there, don't go back there, don't go back there, it becomes a very big problem because she will not want to go. She will want to do like, if nobody is supporting her parents, her mom, nobody is supporting her. They say she has an uncle who is a preacher in Australia, who is financially okay, who is doing very well, who has been very supportive and very close. And that man is saying, if you go back to the palace, count me out of you people's life. Warning the mother that he will never, ever permit Naomi to go back. That Naomi will come out, Naomi will find a good man to marry her because she is a good girl, but she shouldn't go back to the palace. So right now, Ooni of Ife is not okay with everything that is going on. He's not happy. And so now this is not a time to try and push Ooni of Ife. They said the Ooni of Ife gave Oletitok, indefinite suspension from his chamber and removed her completely from his contact list, as we are hearing. And she's been crying that the Ooni of Ife disparages her. So if this information is true, this is what is making the rounds on social media. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.